Hey there, everybody. I'm CCB Dolan here with CCB Rise, bringing you WeHURT in red versus Team Footwork in blue. We have some Dominixes on field. I think we might see a few drones out here today, as well as a few bombers. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the setups they've brought?
This is pretty cool. So the Footwork team in blue has both teams have two Dominixes, yeah, but the Footwork team has a very new kind of support team, which has got none of the standards, like no logistics and no command ships and no battle cruisers. Instead, they just have cruisers. So there's 3 Vexors and then 3 Caracals, which is interesting because they're, of course, not sentry drone based like everything else on the team. And then for the WeHURT side, it's 3 Dominixes instead of 2, sorry. And then just frigates. So Carries, Hyena, Hound, and 2 Inquisitors, which brings certainly some damps and some potentially other E-War, and then some damage from that Hound. A little tackle from the Inquisitors. But
you should be proud that you know what the Inquisitor does, because I have to admit that I have no idea.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but that makes me think that it's kind of a generalized sort of frigate.
It's an MR frigate.
Yeah, we're underway.
The match is off here. So we immediately see a bunch of damage applied to the Dominix, but it's already caught reps. Probably a pre-lock from all of the other
reps.
Wait,
oh, sorry. Reps are Inquisitor logistics frigates.
Yeah, that's
no wonder I don't know. Sorry about that. That's obvious. So one rule in this tournament: if you don't bring a logistics cruiser, you're limited to 1 logistics cruiser always, or 1 logistics ship. That is, you could make it a battleship or something, but you can also bring 2 frigates.
Yep. As we say that, the second Caracal going down for Team Footwork. Fast wipe on most of the support.
Wow, WeHURT doing really well there. That Dominix is going down. The frigate's not able to produce enough reps probably to support it all that well, but it is giving it enough for them to chew into the Footwork cruisers in the meantime, and they're down 2 already. There goes the 3rd.
Yeah, with no reps for the Team Footwork side here, we're seeing the damage application coming across from WeHURT, just doing tons of damage to them. I think they put those Caracals in to kite and sort of avoid that, but with the immense range of sentries, they're able to cover all that sort of area that the Caracals will be looking to kite in.
Interesting decision here also by WeHURT. They've switched to Berserkers, actually. So having no trouble getting tackles, not needing to project around the field, going for the higher damage output of the heavy drones, which is pretty cool. That first Dominix for WeHURT getting pretty low, and they really don't want to lose that, but in the meantime, there's...
Hero Inquisitor is here.
Yeah. It's a really cool choice. It's actually going to be a lot harder for those Footwork Dominixes to kill the Inquisitors. They're, of course, going to be small, have really low sig, be very fast. So it'll be a lot tougher for the Footwork Dominixes to kill them than it would be for them to kill a cruiser like, a standard Scimitar or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows? Team Footwork might not know what Inquisitors do.
Maybe that's it.
Just like both of us did. But we see here it's already in low armor. It's really been holding in quite low armor for quite some time now.
It's now at like the same. It's doing better than the Footwork Dominix is.
Yeah.
And the Footwork Dominix is about to drop actually.
Wow, this is actually not what I expected at all.
No, this is pretty awesome.
I think those Caracals had to come across and kill the support wing really fast, but with 3 Dominixes pounding into you, that's so much damage that you can't really ignore.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I would have thought the Caracals, or even just the Sentry Drones, would have been able to go after those Inquisitors. I guess one thing Footwork is lacking is tackle. Like, they have no way to slow down those Inquisitors, and that being the case, they're able to probably just avoid damage pretty well. Or maybe Footwork thought they could just ignore them because their rep amount isn't very high, but that's obviously not true. WeHURT is going to lose 1 Dominix, but half the Footwork team is down at this point. So, and then of course, the less they have, the easier it'll be for those Inquisitors to rep up those Dominixes. So.
Yeah, and with the 3 Vexors left on field, so this is recoverable for Team Footwork, kind of. So if they wipe all this sort of frigate support here, and then their Vexors are able to do work on these Dominixes, then they maybe can come back. But with their Dominix tackled, the Team Footwork Dominix tackled, they're just going to whittle away at it until it's gone, I think. And once that Dominix is gone, the match is over.
Another really cool thing about the Inquisitors, one of them tackled now, by the way, so something was able to actually catch up to one of them. We'll have to see if they're able to kill it now. But a really cool thing they're able to do that a normal 1 logistics team cannot is support themselves. So you've seen through most of the match, one of the Inquisitors repping the other one that's taking damage, which is a really nice ability to have that usually you don't get when you only bring 1 logistics. We usually see teams bring rep drones if they want to go for that, but that doesn't work quite as well. And maybe one of those Inquisitors is going to drop, but it is catching reps again now, and in the meantime, that Footwork Dominix is about to go down.
Yeah, and that's going to be the match with 2 Domis versus 3 Vexors. That's a pretty one-sided setup there. But this is actually an interesting turnaround. I actually didn't have these logistic frigates on my radar at all coming into this tournament. But apparently they seem pretty strong here.
I'm really glad we figured it out. Imagine if we'd have gone the whole match without knowing what they were.
Yeah, we would have been
like, this is so weird what's happening, but
Man,
Inquisitors seem really good.
These reps just coming from nowhere.
They were actually able to take one of the Inquisitors down. But of course, the other one's just fine, and they're going really fast. They'll be afterburn fit. I assume I was looking around over here, and it looks like they go 1,600 meters a second or so.
Yep, exactly. And you see a Vexor
which is
getting worked
going to
on,
be
already
difficult
tackled
for
here.
those cruisers to catch. And yeah, these cruisers should go down very fast.
I wonder what sort of delay the WeHURT streamers have. Did Team Footwork know, for instance, that this was coming ahead of time?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We should definitely go kind of see the way they've set that up. I don't know. There's actually a lot of time in the system waiting for the match to start, where if they were just running the streams, their opponents would have quite a while to decide how they were going to handle the setup they were up against. But
yeah, exactly.
Obviously, they've dealt with that just fine.
Yep, closing out the last Vexor. Team Footwork, a fairly up-and-coming team, now dropped down to the losers bracket. So we're gonna have to see if they can crawl their way through that mud fight down there.
Which is actually what they did, I believe, during the Alliance tournament. If I remember right, they got knocked out by Hydra early, and then spent most of the tournament in the losers bracket, but made it a really long ways. And maybe they can do that again.
Yep. Well, first real upset of the day.
Nice job by WeHURT.
We're going to see you guys in just a few seconds.
Yep.